Alright, my body is ready. Let's do it. Oh, there's a loading screen. Why didn't I expect there to be a loading screen? Fuck. You exit the clean room to find yourself at the threshold of a vast underground chamber. If the abandoned facility that you just fought through was purgatory, then you now stand at the gateway to hell. The heat emanating from ahead hits you like a hammer. The smell of sulfur and ozone is enough to make your lunch want to find somewhere to hide. Above the noise created by the whir of turbines, you can hear the deep rumble of something feral waking up, something very, very big. You check your weapons and step into the vast chamber. Dragonfall. Neat. Alright. I think I hear the dragon. Uh-oh. Hi, guys! The smell of sulfur and ozone fills the cavernous chamber. Despite the whir of several high-output exhaust fans, the heat is tremendous. As you enter, you hear a loud click, followed by the squeal of audio feedback. Then Audryn Vauclair's voice booms over the loudspeakers. I don't know how you escaped the laboratory, but please, stop. I must complete the virus infusion process. I must release her. Our future as a species demands it. I'm sorry, Doctor. I know you want to aid humanity, but murder and genocide isn't the way. Don't take the moral high ground with me, Shadowrunner. How many people did you and your team butcher to get here? Dozens, easily. And why? To avenge the deaths of your friends? To protect your crew's bazaar? The scale of your crimes does not protect you from the same judgment that you are attempting to pass upon me. Nor do any altruistic motivations that you may ascribe to them. I am attempting to save humanity itself. The time for discussion is over. I am done debating with you. He pauses, puzzled. Still, I must understand how you escaped the test lab. A thought comes to him, his tired eyes glitter in triumph. It was her, wasn't it? Firewing, it must be. You made some sort of deal. She helped you to escape, and in return you will help her rejoin her dragon body. Getting kind of paranoid, aren't you? What did she promise you? Gold? Jewels? Eternal life? She offered them to me as well, for decades. It doesn't matter now. The infusion process has begun. The dragon is waking up. Soon she will take flight, but you will not be alive to witness that. Audryn, ensure that they don't. Okie doke. It's time for the big gun. It's time to do some big shoots. Big shooting of folks. Okay. Wow, this final mission, huh? Alright. I can kill this mage pretty easily. Right now. If Aeger can make the shots. Which she can! Alright. Hide there. Glory. Go over here. Do a shoot. Well. That wasn't the best shoot in the world, but you did a shoot. You did exactly as I asked you. Okay. We can do this. This is going to be easy, right? There doesn't even look to be all that many enemies here. Like 1, 2. And then Audryn is probably going to come in afterwards. Or, yeah, Audryn. That's exactly who I meant. I don't know why I stuttered there as if I said the wrong name. I said the right name. Fuck. Line of sight blocked. Fuck. How... Can we shoot Audryn from here? Well, no, Adrian, rather. Not Audryn. How do we open that door? Matrix pump access. Pump station. Disengage safety protocol, Vente. Okay. Alright. Use vent hatch. Venting virus. Okay. That did something. And he's dead. I think they're down for a little bit, though. Which isn't that big of a deal, I guess, at the moment. Uh-oh. It is suddenly a bigger deal than it was 5 seconds ago. What? Where did that guy come from? Shh. That's not what I wanted. Shoot that. Fuck. I have a feeling this isn't going to go entirely well the first time around. They're literally teleporting in. Okay, they're free. So that's good. Glory's gonna have to do a heal, though. So Zager. Okay. How did he not die? Alright. Oh, fuck. Jesus Christ. We don't have long. Okay. Ager, shoot this guy. Why? Why? Video game, I really hate you sometimes. I really, really hate you sometimes. Okay. That did some level of damage. That guy's dead. I feel like we're probably fine. The virus level bit. Okay, you can't just summon guys in. That's not okay to do. That's incredibly uncool to do. Jesus Christ. Alright. You're dead. Okay, that did some damage, which is good. That's good. I like that. Some damage is better than no damage. Audrin seems to be our priority numero uno. You cannot keep doing that. That is not okay. Yep. Okie dokie. Yeah. Okay, that's not helpful. Yep. 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 Okay. Okay. The drone is now useless. It is useful only for taking hits. Fuck. Okay, he's almost dead. He's almost dead. Oh my god, he's almost dead. Yeah. 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 Come on. Shit. Yes. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, we don't have many turns left to do this. Hey, Ager, can you... Oh. Okay. Time to kill them all. Cool. Oh. Wait, did we fucking do it? I think we fucking did it. I think it's done. Audrin, you're fucked. Or Adrian, you're fucked. We did the thing. Okay. Do a better hit. Fuck. Glory. Gonna need you to go do the claws. I know you can do it. You can do it. We're so close. We just need to kill this guy. Come on. Fuck you. There we go. Whoo-wee! Hey, Vauclair. Once again, a transplast window separates you from Adrian Vauclair. But this time, his steadfast will is gone. He stands motionless, hands at his sides, eyes dead, spent. The strength that drove him, the steely resolve that couldn't be shaken by sickness or time or age is gone. It's theirs now. The world. All theirs. It doesn't have to be that way, Doctor. You can still make a difference. I am old, dying. My blood betrayed me long ago when it met the radiation of the SOX. The worms will continue their machinations, consolidate their power, and exact their tribute. In humanity, we are no more than treasure to them. Favorite baubles to be collected, items to be traded, resources to be spent or hoarded. He sweeps his eyes across the carnage that was his life's work until they come to rest on the dragon. He grits his teeth. 42 years. 42 years and we finally had our chance to make a difference. And you destroyed it. I gave everything I had. Everything I loved. I'm sorry, Hermie. Yep. It's about what I should have expected. I'm totally gonna free Firewang. That's what's happening right now. Okay. Lower the astral entity containment cell into the chamber. Unlock the chamber's exit door. Walk away. Do we... Containment console. The gaunt woman stares wide-eyed as you approach. She presses one hand to the wall of her glass prison, closes her eyes, and mouths one word. Please. Activate the intercom to speak to Firewing. A green light activates inside the containment cell, and the gaunt woman flinches up at it, startled. Then understanding appears on her face, and she begins to speak, her eyes flashing from her dragon body, then back to you again and again. Close now, so close. The Alpha's done what has been done. The longest flight nears its end. She is so close, so very close now. She stops suddenly. Her eyes take in the devices surrounding and invading the dragon's body. The tubes of viscous yellow liquid running into it, the monitors flashing their status. Recognition and horror explode onto her face, and she screams a long, mournful wail. Yeah, definitely defiled. Her face contorts into a mask of fury, and her mouth opens wide, wider than should be possible. Her neck cranes forward, and her head swings from side to side as she hisses her rage. She slathers, her spittle hitting the glass between you as she speaks. Okay, he's dead. She stands there, panting for a moment, spent. Then her eyes narrow, focus, ice over. It will be slow, Vauclair. I will make it slow. Delicious. Too late, sweetheart. He ate a bullet. She stares at you, confused. He killed himself. The gone woman breathes a ragged breath, releases it slowly. When she speaks again, her voice is flat. Will you release me now, elf? Make me whole again. Whole? Why should I? Why art thou free? Granted the little elf freedom from cold place. Honor our agreement. Set me free. Set me free. You need to answer some questions first. No, ask. Ask your questions, little elf, so I may escape this cage. The long sleep awaits. The long flight will finally end. Why did you do it? Why kill all those people? The gaunt woman covers her mouth with her hand, a look of horror in her eyes. You did do it, right? You burned thousands of people to death. She glares at you over her hand. Nods her head, yes. Burned. Burned and burned and burned, yes. Also cold. I woke to the cold, the gray. Where is the green, elf? Where is the green? What is it? What is the green? The mother. The mother. Lost. What have they done, little elf? What have they done? How do I know you won't hurt anyone else? Swear it. Firewing will swear it. Very well, then swear it. Swear. Yes, swear. Swear to hurt no man, no beast, nor tree, nor crop, nor building. Firewing will fly to the long sleep until the next age of the world. For the forever task, the shelter, the shield, the shepherd. The forever task? Scared, it is scared, the forever task. Now let me go, or end me, but release me. Release me. The forever task is to protect something. Something important. Something sacred. The gaunt woman stops her pacing and her eyes slowly rise to meet yours. Lucid. Unblurred by time or torture or separation from her body. When she speaks, her voice is flat. I am the shelter. I am the shield. I am the shepherd. And I have failed. Failed the green. So the forever task is to protect the green. What is the green, Firewing? The dragon in the woman sways a little. Swallows hard. The sacred she. The Gaia she. The desecrated body. I smelled it first, long ago. On my first flight after I awoke. The stink of it choked me and I retched. Then I saw it. For as far as my eyes could see, far, far to the horizon. Human stone and metal, glass and flickering lights, swirling across the land, slicing into the sky. Lording over the green, smothering the whole of the world. Yes, gone. All gone. The cold is won. The world is metal. Firewing is lost. You're not lost. You said you would begin again, remember? That is the eternal task, yes. To sleep the long sleep. Begin again in the next age of the world. She wraps her arms around herself, quietly shivering. Lost. Firewing is lost. There will be no long slumber. The world is dead now. Firewing is dead. Will you finish it, little elf? Will you end Firewing? No, Firewing. A forever task requires patience and faith. The next world could be better. I have been ripped from my body, little elf. Imprisoned in this girl. Imprisoned in this cage. Tortured longer than the span of your entire lifetime. And I have been defiled. The green is defiled. Spoiled. There is no forever for me. Forever is dead. I do not want to sleep the long sleep. I want oblivion. End me, little elf. If it's her wish, it would be cruel and dangerous for me to let her leave and live. So, as you wish. Goodbye, Firewing. The light in the containment cell turns red and begins to pulse. The smell of ozone and something foul fills the air. The gaunt woman breathes in panting gasps, her eyes darting from side to side, confusion on her face. As you watch, the confusion is slowly replaced with recognition, and the woman flies into a rage. She swings her head from side to side, her hair whipping back and forth, her mouth opened wide in a muted wail. With a final burst of energy, she slams herself against the glass wall of her cell over and over and over until she finally slides down to the floor. The abandoned hulk of the ancient dragon heaves a final breath, exhales with a great rumbling sigh, and crumples to the ground, dead. As she watches her body expire, Firewing's face contorts into a rictus of pain and rage. She claws feebly at the glass with broken fingernails. Then the light fades from her eyes, and her body goes slack. In death, her expression is almost peaceful. Such a small, fragile thing. Hard to believe that was all it took to kill a dragon. You did the right thing, Meowlissa. She was insane and dangerous. I would have made the right call. I would have made the same call. As would I. We saved a lot of lives today. She pauses for a beat, then a small smile crosses her face. That's a good feeling. Yeah, Glory. Yeah, it is. Let's get out of here, Meowlissa. There's nothing else for us here. She shoots one last glance back at the body of the dead dragon, then turns away. Let's go home. I mean, Apex isn't going to be super duper pleased about that, but sure. We did it. We just finally finished this fucking game. Ugh. You step out of the van, climbing down into the tunnel leading back to your safe house. Just hours ago, you saved Berlin from fire and ash, from the would-be sacrifice of Dr. Adrian Vauclair. It feels strange now for me returning in secret, in silence. The other residents of the Cruise Bazaar go about their business, unaware of what almost happened here tonight. It's finally over. Your team and your Kias are safe once again. For now. For the time being. But we're going to have to remain vigilant. Forever, basically. Never make a deal with Dragon. If that conversation had gone better, I would have freed her. If she hadn't begged me to kill her, I wouldn't have. The team is waiting when you walk in. Their faces are haggard, their shoulders slumped. Was there a point to all this, Meowlissa? We lost Paul, lost Monica, the Cruise Bazaar, so many people dead. It was just supposed to be a simple job, remember? A milk run? Get into the estate, snatch some data, and get home in time for worm talk on the Trid. I think we've had enough worm talk for one lifetime. You got that right. If I never have to talk to another dragon again, it'll be too soon. The whole thing has been a nightmare from the beginning. The idea of dragons taking over the world, the thought of them slowly hoarding everything, it's too big to think about. We're street level. We run the shadows. That's it. Worrying about these sort of issues is beyond our pay grade. That's what they want. That's what they need. The corps, the dragons, the politicians, everyone. They want us to think that we can't make a difference. They put effort, a lot of effort, into making us feel small, insignificant. But we're not. We had the power in our hands today. We had a choice and we made it. And because of that, the world is different. For good or for ill. That's right. For good or ill. We can't see the future. I don't think that anyone can. But the world is different now, and we're the ones who changed it. So did we, did we win? I'll tell you what we did. We avenged Monica and Paul. That was what we set out to do, and we did it. You watched the team take this in. Ager nodding in her agreement, Glory staring ahead, lost in thought, Dietrich frowning, eyeing the floor, and Blitz fiddling with his deck and pretending not to understand. Ager breaks the silence. So now what? Monica's gone, Paul's gone. Do we keep running together, or is this the end of the road? Glory steps forward. Her expression is troubled. I'm afraid that I'm out. For a while, at least. I have some personal business to attend to. There's a man that I need to find. A vicious, repulsive monster who needs to be brought to justice. Meowlissa knows what I'm talking about. I might be gone for a long time. For the time being, you should write me off. Maybe find someone to fill my shoes. But this place is my home, and you people are my family. I promise you, when the job is done, I'll come back to the Cruise Bazaar. I hope that you'll still have me. If you need anything, you know where to come. Understood. See you around. I'll miss you, love. Be safe. Fuck. Glory. That was actually a really good moment. Well, I'm in. I'm getting kind of old for a Shadowrunner, but I'd rather die in the shadows with you people than live... I don't know. I thought I had something going there. Whatever. The point is, I'm in. That was beautiful, man. Ager turns to you. So, Meowlissa, you gonna stick around the Cruise Bazaar and keep running the shadows with me? You've done a hell of a job. I'd be happy to follow your lead. Depends. Are we done with that fearless leader crap? All done, Meowlissa. Like I said, you lead, I follow. Ager looks around, realizes that she forgot Blitz. What about you, Blitz? What about me? Blitz's expression is sober. I mean, sure, whatever. I got nowhere else to go and no one to give a shit about me. Why not hang out with the insane dragons, assholes toting enormous machine guns, and devil dogs that hump my leg when no one's looking? Could be fun, right? So count me in, I guess. Ager snorts a laugh. Then she's back to business. Before I forget, the Turkish coffee guy sent one of his street rats over before you got here. Said he wants to talk to you about something. Thanks. I'm going to see what's going on in the Cruise Bazaar. I'll stop at the coffee shop on my way. We have to talk with Glory before the end of the game. Ager, do we have anything to talk about? Yeah, Meowlissa, I'll admit it. You did a hell of a good job back there. I couldn't have done better myself. You'd have done fine, but it was my job to lead the team, so I did it. She nods appreciatively. That's the right attitude. Anyway, I'll be looking forward to the next run. Just do me a favor. Make sure that the client is properly vetted, and for the love of God, verify that the job has nothing to do with dragons. Done and done. Good woman. Until next time. Aww! This is a really nice. Well, boss, we went up against the dragon and lived. I guess that's a win in my book. Couldn't have put it better myself. So, any plans? Big plans looming on the horizon? New clients you're thinking of going after, maybe? Not now, D-Trick. If there's one thing I don't want to think about tonight, it's work. He takes a swig from the flask. You're right, boss. Of course you're right. Oh, and Meowlissa, I meant what I said earlier. From this point on, wherever this team goes, I'll follow. I wouldn't have it any other way. I have to talk to Glory. I have to talk to Glory. That's a thing that has to happen. Hey, Chief. That was a hell of a thing, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. I'm glad to hear that you'll be staying on with the team. Well, it's not like I'm doing much else. That whole Emily thing still stings, Chief. It sort of took the wind out of my sails. They won't stay deflated for long, I'm sure. Maybe I could introduce you to some people. I make a pretty good wingman. He offers you a tentative smile. Maybe, Chief, but not right now. For the time being, I think that I need some me time. Sure. Oh, and Blitz, you've done a great job all around. Thanks, Chief. You too. He has. For all the shit that I gave him at the beginning, Blitz has done some really great work. Hey. Gloria looks up from her preparations at the sound of your approach. She offers you a slight smile. Meowlissa, you got us through the night alive. Well done. You're running off to find Harrow, I take it? That's right. He's already gotten enough of a head start on me. Wherever he's gone off to, it'll only get worse the longer I wait. So I'm headed out after him, and I'm leaving tonight. Well, that settles it. I'll pack a bag. Where should we start looking? She smiles at you. Her eyes are sad. We shouldn't. Wait, what? I will track Harrow down. She taps herself on the chest. Myself and the spirit that's bound to me. But as for you, I can't have you coming with me, Meowlissa. Not this time. Your place is here. With all due respect, Glory, I'm the leader of this team. I'm the one who will decide whether I can spare the time to help you or not. You just said it yourself. You lead the team. They look to you for guidance and leadership and employment. You're the one who puts food on their tables. You have a responsibility to them. They need you more than I do. Tracking Harrow down isn't going to be quick or easy. It could take years. You, my friend, are a victim of your own success. You've become too important to this team, to the Cruise Bazaar, to up and disappear. The heart of Still and I share a common goal and a common responsibility. We have to deal with Harrow. It's on us to stop him. But you, Meowlissa, your responsibilities are here, and I can't let you walk away from them. You're right. Harrow is your responsibility, and this place is mine. She nods. I'm glad that we're agreed. And Meowlissa, I knew that you'd choose to do the right thing. So, will we see you again after you've dealt with Harrow? You can bet on it. You haven't seen the last of me, Meowlissa. That's a promise. I can't say how long it'll take, but I will come back to the Cruise Bazaar and to this team. We'll be waiting. Good hunting, Glory. Thanks, Meowlissa, for everything. Oh, I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna fucking cry. Glory. You guys have no idea how fucking badly I want Meowlissa to go and run off with her. But the Meowlissa Civic Center. Like, my name is a part of the Cruise Bazaar. I can't just leave it. I wonder if there's a user created campaign with Glory. That would be really interesting, and I would love to see that. Lane oversees the repair of one of the Cruise Bazaar's buildings. The old troll seems to be standing taller, barely needing the crutch. His face is as grim as always, but there is less weariness in his eyes than before. Meowlissa? Reinforcements, Colonel? They'll call me Colonel, pup, and these are the only reinforcements you'll get from me. We're showing up the fortifications, such as they are. Lots of damage during the attack. Plus, they exposed some holes in our defenses we really ought to plug up, just in case. We appreciate your help, Alexi. It's the least I can do. I wasn't much help during the attack. Truth be told, I owe my life to Samuel, his people, and to the Cruise Bazaar. This is my way of saying thanks. You just holler if there's anything else I can help with. What's the mood around here? It varies from group to group and person to person. Some of the younger ones who weren't injured in the attack, they want to rally and take the fight to whoever deserves this. But there are plenty of others with the sense to wonder if the Cruise Bazaar is a safe place to live anymore. I admit I'd given that question some thought myself in recent days. You can make this place safe, Alexei. While building stronger walls, sure. Teaching people to be more vigilant, maybe. But I won't be a party to violence. And if that's what this place has become, well... If I'm here tomorrow, I'll keep doing what I can to help. And if I'm gone, well, you'll know why. You were a soldier once. What changed you? You mean, why did I lose my taste for war? Besides losing both legs and a lung? Well, I'll tell you, if only so it might teach you something about this world we live in. If you know about the First Euro War, then you likely know how it ended. The night wraiths. I didn't lose my legs in a bombing. I lost them in the bombing. Whoever was behind those bombers, they weren't aiming for us or the Russians. They were aiming to end the war. They bombed everybody, on both sides. I was commanding from the field, and my T-bird was caught up in the firestorm with all the rest. Not sure how I survived when so many others died. But when they pulled me from the wreck, I was only half the man I used to be, in more ways than one. Spent months recovering, with nothing to do but think on the futility of it all. So many men had died under my command to hold that border. And for what? One day, a man in a little room orders a handful of planes to deliver their payloads. He watches feeds of bombs dropping and numbers falling. It's surgical, sterile, cold. And all the wars ever achieve is to rob a child of a father or mother or parents of a son or daughter. That's why the Arctic fox died out there in the snow. I'll leave you to your work. I can't talk to Samuel. Why can't I talk to Samuel? He seems like he'd be an important figure to talk to. That phone is not usable. Can I talk to anybody in here? Nope. What a useless area. It was used for like one quest. And that's it. Alright. I mean, I guess we could probably go finish the game, right? That is a thing that we could absolutely go do. Oh, the dancer died. Oh, let's go talk to Algernon, actually. We haven't talked to him for most of the game, but let's go have a chat with Algernon. Algernon appears to be waiting for you, though his expression is difficult to decipher. Behold, the Dragon Slayer. Do not mock the elf, Algernon Halfdream, but nor should you praise her either. For good or ill, the cycle of a great worm has ended. Never again will she walk upon this earth, nor soar over its mountains. This day is full of portent. Portent? What do you mean portent? He appears to look through you, past you. When a dragon falls, the sound resonates across time and space. The ramifications of the great worm's death shall be felt. There will be a reckoning. A reckoning? Am I in trouble? Not this you, and not today. Her expression slackens, becoming dreamy. Within 3 cycles, what the world has lost, it shall rue. But the ice storm will come, the codex will be broken, and woe to the dancer. This I prophesy. We must be going, and soon. What the hell is going on? Why are you leaving? I have business that has become urgent. It will not be urgent till tomorrow, Halfdream. You have time to pack up your wares. There is more to it than that, woman, and you know it. He bows to you with a flourish. Goodbye, Meowlissa. We will meet again, I think, though not for a long, long time. I mean, I think Algernon might be going to do the Shadowrun Returns bit of his plot. How very propitious it is that we may speak again, O Mistress of Mayhem. I have a proposal for you that could prove most lucrative to both of us, Effendum. Most lucrative. Fortune will surely smile upon our blessed partnership if you will only accept. I am listening, O Master of Hyperbole. With the passing of her Amsel, may God bestow his mercy on him, you will find yourself without a fixer. I wish to offer my services to you in this regard. You will find that Altug Buruk Ghazi is a most connected and business-savvy partner. Sounds like a match made in heaven, Altug. How do we start? I have already found a potential client, O Blessed One. A most prosperous one with deep pockets. He is eager to meet you. When you are ready, take the U-Bahn to Brandenburger Tor. He will find you there. Brandenburger Tor. Got it. As soon as I finish up here, I'll go meet him. What? Wait. Hang on. Did we not finish the game? Your PDA buzzes. An incoming comm. Sender unknown. An all too familiar face appears on the screen. She's frowning, a look of incredible sorrow in her eyes. Oh, Ace. You've made a terrible, terrible mistake. You don't frighten me, Apex. No? Alice was frightened. Green Winters blubbered and begged. And in those last fleeting nanoseconds before I cored out her mind, Monica was terrified. If you're not frightened, Ace, you should be. The Monica image's muscles begin to contort and stretch. Her mouth twists into a rictus smile. You really, really should. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to get rid of all my Decker shit. Because I ain't never going into the Matrix again. Okay, who am I going to meet? I'm gonna take a guess. That was a good guess. The train car is empty except for the man in the immaculately tailored Italian suit. You notice him watching you for several minutes while the train rumbles its way towards Brandenburger Tor. Finally, he speaks. It's Lufweir. The stranger's words come out slowly in a deep melodious tone that is easy to hear, despite the noise of the train. He takes his time, accentuating each word, relishing each vowel and each consonant, tasting them as if they were a delicacy. Hey, look! It's that guy from Shadowrun Returns that is actually apparently Lufweir. Hello. I assume that the business with Dr. Vauclair is concluded, yes? I hear him and remain silent. No, is he... Wait, no. Is he Lufweir? He's... Okay, so here's the thing. He's the picture that the Shadowrun wiki gives Lufweir. But I don't know if that's because Lufweir has not appeared in the games or because this is actually him. But it's exactly who I thought it was going to be, either way. The man inclines his head slightly in introduction. Hans Brackhaus, I represent an interested party. Someone who wishes to know about your encounter with Dr. Vauclair. Does this interested party understand that information is a commodity? My employer also wishes to hear about the Lady Firewing, a fascinating creature, so unlike her brothers and sisters. It is a pity that she has passed from this world. She was a magnificent creature, and the world is diminished by her passing. I am sure you would agree. Maybe, but let's face it, dragons are scary. He inclines his head, and the corner of his mouth curls into a bit of a smile. This is true, as it always has been, as is anything that meta-humanity does not understand. You look at a moth and barely perceive sentience. You glance its way, amused, as it flutters toward a bright light in a vain attempt to... what? To enter? To draw strength? To burn? It doesn't know. Its epic struggle is barely 1/100th of your lifespan. The sum total of its existence is nothing against the vast scale of your struggles, your hopes, your dreams, which it could not fathom in 1,000,000 years. Poor moth. He leans forward. You will live and die between the beats of a dragon's heart, mein Freunden. What hope do you have of understanding them? None. No kidding. Insane dragons are even harder to understand, but I was able to get through to her, for a moment at least. Brackhaus studies your face closely. Were you? Were you indeed? I am pleased to hear it. And what do you learn? That death can be a release, even for a dragon. It is difficult to fathom, but in her case, I suppose that is true. My Lady Firewing was a nurturer, a caregiver, rare among her kind. Where her brothers and sisters saw the world as a prize to be won, she saw it as a garden to be tended. Can you imagine? For world upon world, the great dragon Firewing brought wisdom and succor to countless souls, and she was loved for it, exalted, a goddess. When she awoke from her long slumber in 2012 and saw what the world had become, what meta-humanity had done to the garden she had tended for great ages, she struck. Struck with the rage, regret, frustration, and anguish of a mother whose children had played with fire and burned the house down, killing themselves in the blaze. She unleashed fire and death through her tears. And now she is gone. The sixth world was her last. It is a comfort to know that she found peace at the end. You are to be commended for that. You seem to know a lot about dragons. Hans, think your employer wants you telling me all this? I am sure of it. You may consider this conversation an employment interview for a very influential client, one who pays extraordinarily well. Now listen. I tell you all of this so that you have context, perspective, before I ask you this next question, Shadowrunner. If Dr. Vauclair's weapon had not required dragonfire, if it had been capable of destroying every dragon on Earth without touching a hair on meta-humanity's head, would you have used it? Nope. No. Wiping out an entire species is wrong. Monochromatic thinking, but I appreciate a career criminal's attempt at morality. Of course you feel that wiping out a species is wrong. The feeling is a subtle but ingrained defense mechanism that should be cherished. One day, it may be meta-humanity posed for extermination. Well, on to business at hand. My employer wishes to secure your team's services for a series of operations that will likely require the remainder of 2054. Sounds interesting. Who's the boss? The boss is Great Dragon Loftweir. He is sometimes referred to as the Golden Worm. Perhaps you have heard of him. What makes you think I'm going to make a deal with the dragon? His eyes glint. Because you have already been working for him for some time now, mine dame. Or did you think Great Green Winters found the Harfeld Manor on his own? Well, that puts a new spin on things, doesn't it? The rattle of wheel on track gives way to a shimmying screech. Gradually, the train begins to slow. He glances up at the U-Bahn map on the wall and smiles. Ah, this is my stop. Coming? Well, what do you know? Looks like this is my stop too. The train comes to a halt and the doors open. Brackhouse stands, brushes off his Italian suit, and exits without another word. As you turn to follow, your eye catches an advertisement for Worm Talk above the subway car. Brackhouse glances back at you from the platform, the light of the car reflecting yellow in his gaze. You step out of the subway car and follow him up the stairs and into the Berlin night, into the shadows. Is that it? Is that the end of the game? That's Yep. That's definitely Loftweir. That's definitely him. Under a pseudonym. Berlin Newsfax contains just one report of a shootout in an abandoned holdfast in the countryside east of Berlin. The identity of the combatants remains unknown, though several rival political factions are suspected, and the location is soon cordoned off by unidentified corporate forces. This news is eclipsed when Saterkrupp announces its acquisition of Aryan Space, the last remaining arm of the European space program. What? The Flux State's anarchist rule remains until 2055, when joint corporate forces, acting with the support of the German government, invade the city. It's widely known that the Great Dragon Loftweir is responsible for orchestrating this action. After weeks of fighting, the surviving anarchists are forced to retreat to the eastern part of the city. A truce is signed in 2060, and Berlin is again divided by a wall. Oh, that's not great. The Great Dragon Dunkelzahn is elected president of the United Canadian and American States in 2057. He is promptly assassinated as he leaves an inauguration speech at the Watergate Hotel while in human form. Popular opinion is that another Great Dragon was responsible, as only a dragon can kill a dragon. But those in the shadows hint that an act of powerful blood magic is the cause. Memories of Firewing and of the Dragonfall fade further into obscurity, replaced by the media's fascination with the dating habits of the latest Simpsons stars. The name of Dr. Adrian Vauclair has since been lost in the shadows. Well, he was right. He was right. Like, okay, here's the thing. I'm gonna talk over the credits a little bit. Cause, okay, so this isn't gonna be me trying to justify the decisions that I made, because I don't think I need to, because I think it's clear why I made the decisions that I made, and I think I justified them pretty well at the time. But Adrian was right. Like, there's no getting around that. He was completely right. However, he was going about it in completely the worst way possible. Like, not only would he kill every single dragon, as dangerous as they may be, he would also kill thousands and thousands of people in Berlin, including people in the Cruise Bazaar, which, you know, that it's my duty to protect that place. So I don't really think I feel that bad. And I guess I could have gone with Apex's plan, but I don't feel good about that either. So, anyway. Hey! We finally fucking finished this thing. It's been long enough. I don't even know how long it's been. Like, at least over a month. Let's see. I've currently rendered 41. So it's probably been, I'm going to say 2 months this has been going on. So with that being said, I think we're going to take a little break from Shadowrun before hitting up Hong Kong. I mean, there's going to be another video immediately following in this one's spot in the schedule, whenever that may be. Something that we did a little one-off look at a little while ago. And we'll do a full LP of that. And then after that, we will hit up Shadowrun Hong Kong. Because I'm noticing a trend. This one was way longer than Shadowrun Returns. And it was of way higher quality. It's like Shadowrun Returns really felt like it was the practice run almost. And Shadowrun Dragonfall expanded on pretty much everything that Returns did, and it's way better written as well. That entire Glory backstory is the best thing that I have had the chance to experience in both of these games. No word of lie. It's better than the main plot of both games for sure. Which kind of makes me wish I had gone with Glory at the end there, but whatever. Yeah, this is a great game. This is hey, Harebrained Schemes, you guys do fucking fantastic work. And once I will probably support the studio for, you know, forever now, because they do good things. And from what I've heard of BattleTech, that's super cool. So hey, maybe after Shadowrun Hong Kong, we'll take a look at BattleTech. That would be cool. Anyway, hey, if you liked the series, consider subscribing. I mean, I'll be doing more games like this in the future, regardless. Like I said, we'll be doing Shadowrun Hong Kong, maybe BattleTech. And I have some other ideas for this sort of game, you know, like tabletop-inspired RPG sort of thing. I have one or two ideas after the Hong Kong and BattleTech. So if you want to see more games like this, hey, subscribe if you feel like it. I'm not like the boss of you or anything. That's what my end screen says anyway. And hey, if you have suggestions for other stuff that you want me to play, leave a comment and I'll definitely consider it. And hey, the odds are if you suggest the game, I will probably already own it, because that's just how this kind of thing tends to work out. Anyway, I love you all. I hope you all have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or night. And as always, I am no longer here.